Hi guys, this is Brett from Custom FX. Today we're going to do another video here about the wiring on these genuine OTRATTW Carling Technology switches and how to correctly wire them up. These are going to be your standard on-off, also known as single pole, single throw. This will apply to all these type of switches regardless the cubby hole switch shown here in a 3-switch, a full 6-switch overhead panel, the popular 4-switch overhead headliner mount switch panel, which of course we give you a free laser etched logo of your choice. There is no charge, it's a free service and a free gift. There is no charge for any logo that you decide on these switch panels. But we're going to talk about the wiring that we now offer to completely wire these up here now for you. Previously, we recommended to install them without the switches, then you had to do the wiring yourself. This can be done. You gotta be a little bit careful, but there's a previous video that we showed how to do that. I'll post a link on that down below. Included will be your power cable, a high quality Lutzy brand power cable used in the automotive industry on $1 million robots. Very high quality cable. The flying leads will be labeled, switch 1, 2, and 3 in this case. The wires will be labeled, power in and power out. A wire for your ground, all 3 switches in this case, will be daisied into one ground wire. Make sure you connect this to any good ground. If you forget to connect this, your switches will still work. Your LEDs just won't work. They just won't come on. And then also is going to be, and we're going to talk more about this today, is your, you've heard the term, the lower independent LED. Of course, in this tag is lower LED, the nite illumination. Again, we're giving you extra wire so you can conveniently connect these to a good 12-volt power source. We recommend having these come on at night and then also going off. You really don't want your lower LEDs to illuminate, during the day. Why have them on when you really don't need them? That's a personal preference, but we recommend actually connecting these. This wire, one wire only, we recommend connecting this to your park lamp hot wire, positive wire, or a circuit as such. So they come on at night and they go off whenever your lights go off. It will be completely wired up. All nice, neat, professional. And I'm going to connect it to my 12-volt relay center. I can test each switch independently. Every switch is always tested before it ever goes out. And we will go over that here next shortly. We're going to go ahead and connect these up and show you how this all works. This part of the video is actually showing a partially wired up switch panel for the cubby hole of the F150. You're going to see all these are daisied all together into one, and then these are all daisied together into one wire. Here's your OTRATTW Carling Technologies single pole, single throw. This is a red-blue light combination. Even though that looks clear, it is a blue LED. Your rockers just simply snap on and off the front. But in these switches, these 2 upper pins is actually your ground for the upper LED, ground for the lower LED. The independent LED, this is your power wire to that independent lower LED. And for your accessory, power in, and then power out. Again, for all your grounds, instead of having 6 separate grounds, I daisy them all together into one ground wire. This simply connects and completes the circuit for your ground for your LEDs. If you forget to connect up your ground wire on the other end of your power cable, your switches will still work, but your LEDs simply will not come on. The independent lower LED wires, you're going to have one wire on that. I highly recommend connecting this to your park lamp hot wire. These will come on at nighttime, just like your park lamps do, and then your lower LED will go out whenever your park lamps go out. Of course, whenever your lights go out. Do not, and again, I repeat, do not connect this wire to your OEM light dimmer switch. It is nothing more than a rheostat. Just like Home Depot and Lowe's, when you buy LEDs off their shelf for your house, you're going to notice that those light bulbs, some will say compatible with rheostats, some are not compatible with rheostats. These are not compatible with a rheostat or a dimmer. Premature and bulb burnout LED will occur. You will do damage to them. They'll just simply stop working and are not warranted. You don't need these on during the daytime, so again, I recommend just connecting this up to your park lamp hot wire, so this way they come on at night and they go off whenever your lights go off. Then again, here's your power in and power out pins. And you got switches, you know, power in and power out for switch 1, power in and power out for switch number 2, and power in and power out for switch number 3. So this part will help give you a good visual on how custom effects, how I go ahead and wire these up for the customer. Okay, on to the remaining part of the video. To conclude this video, this will be showing a full function test on this switch panel here. And for example, you'll be running your power cable out to your engine compartment and properly attaching each switch to their own relay. That's correct. Again, each switch requires its own relay to safely and properly connect up your switches. You'll be connecting them to your power in and power out on your relay. Your ground wire, make sure it's connected to any good ground. Your battery, any ground lug on the inner fender, just make sure you properly attach it. Otherwise, your LEDs simply will not illuminate. And then your lower independent night illumination feature, we recommend connecting that to your park lamp hot wire down at your headlights. Very convenient, so whenever you turn on your park lamps or your headlights, or if your headlights come on if you have autos, your lower LEDs will automatically come on. Whenever you turn off your lights, they'll automatically go out. Now, when we start testing these, we of course have just a single light cube here, but it represents a single light, a light bar, pair of lights, guys who are running train horns, air horns, what have you. It's still showing a full function test. So we're going to test switch number 1 at this point. So I will activate that. And as soon as I turn on switch number 1, the light, of course, comes on. And also your upper LED will illuminate. Switch number 2. In this example, same thing. And then switch number 3. Full function, on and off. And that pretty much concludes this video, how to properly connect these type of switches. They are the on-off, also known as single pole, single throw type of switches. And I hope this helps anyone who has any questions. But if you do, please feel free to email me directly at lethalweapon09@yahoo.com.